All right. Hello, hello. I'm Liesbeth, and this is a mindset call. So I was thinking about, okay, what might people be needing? And whenever I ask that question, I wait for the universe to like nudge. And the nudge was money mindset. So that's what we're going to talk about today. So I want you to think about the moment when you're like paying a bill. What happens in your body? Are you relaxed? Maybe neutral? Maybe you feel grateful, or maybe you feel tightness. Maybe you feel like fear. So a lot of times we associate when money leaves us as like loss. When we spend money, we associate with that and it gets written into our body. But once we start to notice it, we can shift that. So that's a mindset that we have control over. So we want to gently retrain that. There's a quote from Louise Hay that says, "The way we pay is the way we receive." So the next time that you have to pay a bill or send money off for some reason, you want to associate it with you are fully supported. So you pay your phone bill. That means you're connected. You pay your rent. You have a roof over your head, right? So starting to associate like the money that we're sending out as a positive thing, a proof that we are supported. And you can kind of think of it as a boomerang. So you send the money out, it goes in the world, it does good, and it comes back to you in some new way. Now, it could be a resource, it could be a connection, it could be an opportunity. It doesn't necessarily come back as like the same money, right? Often, actually, no, it doesn't. But thinking of it as that boomerang, right? Because then we are put into that abundance feeling, and that is when money can flow to us, is when we're in that. And we're in that. So think of it as the boomerang. So another mantra that you can say is, I bless the abundance that flows out of my life. It returns to me in new and supportive ways. So this is very true for our business as well. So this is where we want to stay open to creative possibilities. We don't want to write someone else's story. So I think I know I'm guilty of this. I have thought, oh, they can't afford that. That is quite the thing for us to put on someone else because who knows? You just have the conversation. You just share about the product and how it can solve their problem. And if they stay in their abundance and they stay open to creative possibilities, they can say, yes, I really want that. And then maybe they get some random refund check from something they didn't even know about for the exact amount. I've heard that story so many times. It's just, we don't know how that money is going to get to them. But if this is something that they need, then it will happen somehow. And so if we can stay open and we can just have the conversation, and even if it's like just thinking of it as a planting a seed, then we can help them stay in abundance as well. When people tell me a money objection, I always like send them off with like positive vibes for financial abundance. Like I'm like, I am visualizing this abundance coming to you somehow. um, so when you visualize that abundance, you hold it within yourself. And so one thing to do is an abundance meditation. So I'm going to have us do that near the end of this. But I want you to start catching yourself if you start having those like thoughts about how much money someone has or if they can't afford it or what you're offering them. The more questions that we ask, the more it will lead us to what we want to connect them to. And you also want to discover your limiting beliefs. So I first started thinking about money and the mindset of money and realizing what effect it was having on me without even me knowing it when I had a coach at the time and they said, pay attention to what frustrates you. And that will lead you to your limiting beliefs. And I work at a very like rich people school in Marin. I have some very, very rich kids that I teach. And sometimes their privilege really irritates me. And I caught myself getting like really irritated. And I went and I had a coaching session. And I was like, okay, I thought of something. And she asked me, she was like, do you associate wealth with being privileged and disconnected from regular people? And I just like immediately started tearing up. I had been blocking money into my life because I was afraid that if I had a lot of money, then I would become selfish and like privileged and like not connected to people. And she was like, is that true? Like, do all rich people, is that how they are? And I'd like, no. I know a lot of really generous rich people. Like, that is a very false story. Like, maybe there's some people like that, but. And so then she had me start saying mantras. And the mantra that stuck with me that I've been saying for years is, the more generous I am, the more money I can make. And the more money I make, the more generous I can be. It's a loop. And I tell people, like, when I'm out, I'm like, I want to be rich enough that I can tip 50% every time. Right? Like, that's where I want to remain. I want to stay that way. And when I think about tipping and I start to think, oh, do I have enough? I always go higher. I go the higher amount. And I'm like, yes, I do. I have enough. Like, this is my gift to this person. Some other money mantras that you can say daily are, I love money and money loves me. Money flows to me. Yeah, and I shared the other one already. So I'm going to share screen with you, and I am going to play a meditation that is called the Abundance Reprogramming Meditation. And I have been listening to this one almost daily for the last month or so. I've been doing a challenge on Gabby Bernstein app. And I'm not, like, so many things of the answer of I'm open to creative possibilities have happened. Like, I have gotten a random check that I was like, what? Why am I getting this money? I have, like, had a person join my team that, like, wasn't there before, right? Like, it's just these things are happening. The flow is happening. So I want to share that with you. Let me just pull it up. Start share. Share screen. I think this does it. Start broadcast. Okay. I pulled it up already. Of course, it's going to make me go through. All right. So you guys get the card for today. The card is, it is safe to ask for help. People want to support me. It's a good one. Here's the challenge. This is from day 19 of the challenge, but like the same meditation is for every day. So let me know if you cannot hear this.
Find yourself in a comfortable seated position. You can be lying down.
Can you hear it?
Seated cross-legged on the floor in a chair. Whatever allows your body to soften. Place your hand on your heart and one hand on your stomach. And this simple gesture just tells your nervous system, I'm here, I'm safe, I'm willing. Take a slow, deep breath in through your nose. And let it go out through your mouth. Take another deep breath in. And let it go. You don't need to make anything happen right now. You don't need to figure anything out or fix a single thing. This is just a moment for receiving. Relax your shoulders. Unclench your jaw. Soften the space behind your eyes. Silently say to yourself, right now, I give myself permission to be supported. Breathe that in. Allow it to be part of your energy field now. I give myself permission to be supported. Open yourself up to the ordinary miracles. Open yourself up to creative ideas. Welcome unexpected opportunities. Invisible doors begin to open. Breathe that in. Let that go. Repeat gently to yourself, I welcome miracles into my life. I welcome creative possibilities for abundance. Let those words land in your body rather than in your mind. Let yourself receive these messages. I welcome miracles into my life. I welcome creative possibilities for abundance. Affirming to yourself that receiving abundance doesn't mean losing control. Receiving doesn't mean fear. Receiving does not mean something will be taken away. Receiving is gentle. Receiving can be steady. Receiving can be calm. Just let your body relax and assume a new posture. A posture of openness, release, relaxation. Softening the front of your chest just a little bit more, making room for abundance to meet you where you are. Take a deep breath in. And just let that go. Silently saying to yourself, it's safe for me to receive. Opening your heart now to possibilities bigger than your current plan. In your mind's eye, envision around you an invisible field of ideas, connections that you haven't met yet, solutions you haven't thought of, resources that exist but haven't entered your story. You don't need to know the how. Sense into the creative energy moving towards you. Silently say, I welcome creative possibilities for abundance. I welcome creative possibilities for abundance. Let your mind wander. Let images come to you. Give yourself more breath and more ease. Let it go. In your mind's eye, maybe you see yourself opening your bank account and feeling calm. Maybe you imagine paying a bill with ease. Maybe you wake up to a sense of freedom and possibility. Don't force the details, just let your mind wander. Notice how your body would sit in this freedom. How would your breath move through you? Let your nervous system settle into that state. Each time you return here, you're telling your mind and your body, this is the direction that we're moving in. This is the reality of financial freedom that we are becoming available to. Place your hand on your heart. Repeat after me. Money flows to me naturally. I'm safe to receive. I welcome abundance with ease. Breathe that in. And let go. Just relax. Carry this intention with you throughout the day to affirm that you're welcoming creative possibilities for abundance. Relaxing more completely now, just take a deep breath in and let your body settle into this new way of thinking. Breathe in through your nose. Exhale out through your mouth slowly. Knowing that creative possibilities are already on the way to you. When you're ready, gently open your eyes and let this new energy set in for you.
All right. So now you have that recorded on the team call. So you can come back to this recording every day. It's a little less than 10 minutes, right? And maybe right before you work your business, so that you are in that wavelength. You go in a different wavelength when you meditate. It's like the alpha, beta, and then you're available to different things. It's kind of crazy science, but I would use this if you can. All right, that's what I got for you today.
Thank you so much. I was like, where's the unmute button? I feel like I don't know why that just like took the stress out of the day to day of it all, of the
Yeah.
worry. I think it took away the worry. Like it made me feel like it's
It
just gonna
definitely
Yeah.
work
did.
out, you know?
Yes. Thank you so much.
That
That
was
was,
awesome. I
we
felt
needed
every
that.
word of that.
Yes. Needed that
The
so bad today.
On day one of the challenge, when I first did that meditation, I cried when she
I
said,
was a little
"Say you're,"
teary-eyed.
when she was like, "You deserve to be supported, like accept support." I was like,
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I was like, my eyes are just wet because they've been closed so long. I'm not sure. That
Oh,
was really nice.
yes, it was. Appreciate it a lot.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
Okay, let me stop this.